And finally, I'd like to welcome Carol Goddard from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Nova Scotia.
Thank you for inviting us. Every now and then, a phrase makes a significant impact on our communities, and in fact, guides the way we think and act. The phrase, "it takes a whole village to raise a child," is such a phrase. Its origin is debated, as we know. Is it an ancient African proverb, or did it come from Native American tribes? From my point of view, it doesn't really matter. I think it's relevant. I think it's true. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a village of people concerned for the welfare of children and families. The majority of children in our village are 7 years and over, growing up in single-parent households where there are few or no positive adult mentors. Most of our littles, that's our affectionate term for the young people we serve, are members of families whose financial situation is worse than the average household in this community. The Big Brothers Big Sisters menu of services for kids is primarily preventive in nature and is built on the unbelievable power of friendship. This was a founding principle when the organization was formed 100 years ago. We're happy to be celebrating our centenary, and it remains the touchstone of the organization today. In the absence of extended family and positive relationships with adults, moms and dads turn to Big Brothers Big Sisters to help them find these positive relationships for their children. But it must be noted, and noted very clearly, that each child determines whether or not they will be involved. If they choose not to, we give them their business card and say, if you want to change your mind, give us a call. Big Brothers Big Sisters employs a staff who assess the needs of children and evaluate the ability of volunteers to be positive mentors and friends to kids. The most important part of this screening is for the safety of the kids in our care, followed by the need for staff to know the people really well who are volunteering so we can make the best possible match. That one where personality and interests magically click together and there's a likelihood of a long-term friendship. I'm proud to say that over 20% of our matches have been together for over 3 years. And it warms my heart to see the long-term matches that are there where the friendship is so natural and so reciprocal, it's not even noticed as being part of Big Brothers Big Sisters. And they refer to one another as big brother, big sister, little sister, even in middle age. While adhering to the organization's standards of excellence, our agency has also dared to be very different, designing a new program to meet the needs of children and volunteers in our community. Our program is child-specific, it's not gender-specific, it's not age-specific, it's very much geared to the individual child. We are the first joint Big Brother Big Sister agency in Canada, and we're really proud of that. We piloted a couples matching program. We developed a big, middle, little program to engage teenage littles, with the new little in the relationship, and those kids became volunteers. We worked with high school students to develop a Big Bunch program where high school students are mentored and receive training from us, and that they're matched one-on-one with kids who are in elementary school. Elementary school kids think this is really cool. Mentors and kids have built kayaks and sailboats and sailed them successfully. And more recently, we engaged teen little sisters and little brothers in a wilderness hiking and camping program, and these were teens who we were finding a little more difficult to match. And these kids and their mentors trekked for miles in all types of weathers, enjoyed rehydrated, freeze-dried foods, and learned a lot about nature and about themselves. Having worked with this organization for more than a few years, I am constantly impressed with the power of friendship and with the volunteers who share their lives so freely with young people. They are the primary change agents in the lives of over 8,600 kids that we have served in our 45-year history. We serve about 500 young people annually, which means our staff are out there in regular contact with at least 1,500 people annually. The cost per year to make and maintain a match, because we stay involved with that match through its lifetime, is about $1,200. Equivalent, by the way, to about 4 days accommodation in a youth detention center. So you can see the preventive nature of that. Just this year, the the well-reputed Boston Consulting Group released a study, The Mentoring Effect, and it concluded very clearly that $1 invested in mentoring by Big Brothers Big Sisters returns $18 to society. That's the social return on investment. $1 equals 18. Imagine what $10,000 would do. Thank you.